I wonder why hasn't anybody sold a jive turkey that's really spicy for Thanksgiving?
What's a jive turkey?
It's a jive turkey. I don't know, it's just like it's a really...
You mean jive turkey flavored?
Like a fresh turkey, yeah, right? Jive turkey flavored, like Mr. Jefferson.
I mean, that's an idea that's ready to pop, I think.
I think we're going to do well. Now it's out there, so someone will take it. JJ, if you can do us a favor and trademark that real quick, because I don't know if I could do it on the fly here. So, yeah, dig it. So, what do you want first? So, in honor of us sponsoring Mission Pro Wrestling, Sea to Shining Sea, watch it Saturday, November 20th. You can watch it live in Conroe, Texas at Southern Star Brewery, or you can see it on Tidal Network. So we actually got one of our weird brews. I don't know if it's weird. Let's just reiterate that we usually
Well, it is. I did notice when you gave it to me, it's a pumpkin. It's a pumpkin ale.
It is a pumpkin ale.
I don't know that would... That's not weird probably this time of the year. Pumpkin beers are hot around this time of the year, but...
Yeah, but I just love... Can we get a close-up of this? Where's our close-up? Right there. Check that out. Cygourd. And it's got like...
Is that what it's called? Cygourd?
Cygourd. So I guess for the pumpkin, they're like, you lost your gourd? And then you got the alien thing. So it's just like, I saw this and I'm like, I have to get this. And then look at the serendipity, Southern Star, which we're going to be at this Saturday. I was like, yeah, that's a perfect beer to talk about Mission Pro Wrestling. So we can get into this. You know what I need to probably work on? Glasses.
You need some lucha glasses?
I think I need some lucha glasses because I'll pull it back here, but I think the alcohol content is 6.31. It is a pumpkin ale.
That's right, 6.31.
Yeah, so it's good. So ready to give it a drink? We got
yeah, let's do it. I got one here.
Here we go. So we got our
Cygourd.
And you got your poncho. You got your senior poncho.
Got senior ponchos.
Represent.
Oh, wait a minute. Are we going to be near the final ponchos?
No, I mean,
are we going to be near the last ponchos in America?
It's always near in our hearts, but yeah, I don't know if it's. I think it's like somewhere in Houston, so it's not incredibly far.
Yeah, well, that'll be a whole other thing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we need to do a whole show, you know. Speaking of that, like, you know, you have Thunder Rosa, who has a fantastic vlog. If you have not seen it, check it out. But I feel like we would do that, but we would do the Ponchos version of the vlog.
Yeah, one trip to Ponchos.
Yeah, just raise the flag for that red chili stew. I'm ready.
Sopapillas, man.
Yeah, sopapillas too. But yeah, well, let's crack open our friends here at Southern Star Brewery and let's see what they got. You want to go for the pop? Let's see what the pop is about.
All right.
Here we go.
Wait, let's get that on the close.
Oh yeah, let's get that on the close up over the laptop like a responsible IT professional.
Every time.
Yeah. Well, let me. You know what? Let me. I want to see it. Yeah. Okay, but now I gotta get. Oh, I don't know if that worked.
All right. Well, you know.
It was a pop, but let's get the pour. I guess the pour we should have did. Here. All right, we got the pumpkin gourd.
You're not pouring in front of the mic there.
I
guess because it's your laptop.
Oh, okay.
We're not getting that sound.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should have.
Boom.
All right. So it's
JJ says Conroe is about an hour away from the Houston Ponchos.
Oh, no. So we might have to make the trip.
Don't tell us that.
We might have to make the trip. So,
all right.
Yeah.
What is it against? It's Cygourd.
Cygourd.
And the flavor is
pumpkin ale.
Pumpkin ale.
But look, can we get a close up? I'll give you a side shot of Senor Poncho here. You got it? There we go. That's pretty orange looking. So I don't know if we're still in Halloween mode, but pumpkins aren't just obviously the jack-o'-lantern Halloween, but pumpkins pretty much go all the way through November 30th.
I guess. I mean, I've never been a big mark for the pumpkin stuff around this time of the year, but I guess folks like it. I don't know.
Yeah, but let's I don't know. Let's give it a whirl. And and note we've got to give a shout out to what's our mask maker. We need to give her a shout out.
The Nuevo Village on
Etsy. Yeah, on Etsy. Because if you see, we got these sweet. We're going to be getting custom masks eventually. That's the goal. And JJ, we're getting you a mask. There's no doubt about it. But this one's got a Super Mario logo on the back, and it's got a.
Oh, you got to show them the back of that mask.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Like, how do I turn my head? I don't know the best way to do.
Just I don't know. Just do it. Just rotate.
Let me see if I can do a rotate.
Rotate in your chair. Look, I'll take you off. Go do it.
All right. Okay.
Rotate in your chair. 360. We need rotating music. All right, that's it. All right, we see that. Now back to that.
All right. Please.
Boom.
All right, dig it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We had chair on wheels. I think that would.
Yeah, no, that's an awesome mask.
Yeah, so she's great. She did a great job. So anyway, yeah, so it's going to be perfect for for drinking some brews. You ready?
All right, let's have this.
All right.
I am thirsty.
Salud.
Salud.
Salud, JJ. Here we
Oh,
go.
wait. I'm going right out the can.
Go for it.
Going right out the can.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That tastes like brewery beer.
It's fresh.
Is that what it is? It's just because it has that fresh taste?
It tastes fresh. It tastes like it was made by a human being, not a computer. Yeah. You don't have a computer running.
This
beer
wasn't
burns.
this was an AI beer. This is human beer.
Yeah.
I like it. This is the beer that they were drinking Zion.
It's
in
not
the
too.
Matrix.
It's not too overpoweringly pumpkin-y.
No, not at all. And you know I'm not a big mark for hops. And I'm not getting the hops pops. Oh, yeah, that's good. And great can. We have a collection of the cans, and I think this guy's going to fit in really well with our collection.
I'm into it. I like it. I mean, I'm gonna drink this whole one.
Yeah.
I'm actually very thirsty at the moment, so that
Yeah, it worked out well.
I keep this monitor is distracting me. I keep looking in the wrong direction. I switched. So if I look, all right, never mind.
Yeah, we switched it up. We've been playing with streaming platforms. We're on Twitch for a little bit. We're on YouTube. The goals are eventually to stream to all of them.
Yeah.
But we switched things. We're just fresh coat of paint. We'll new logo, new approach, and coming into the new year because we have a busy new year. We had a really busy Halloween season, though. Speaking of pumpkin, we had a really busy Halloween season. So I want to thank everybody out there who supported not only our live stream but our podcast. We had a ton of Halloween content, and it was really popping.
Yeah, I think this season we're gonna do some Christmas content.
Yeah, we have to do some Christmas content. Our friend on the other side, Brendan Hayes, who was actually in Ireland, who gave us that basically the bird's eye view of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which had basically an Irish curse vibe to us. He's going to be joining us, and we'll do one for Krampus.
Krampus is one classic holiday horror.
Yeah, I'm a mark
Did you
for
see
Krampus.
Anna in the Apocalypse?
No, but we need to add that to the list.
Yeah, it's
right?
good. It does some interesting stuff.
Yeah, so I'm all for it. I mean, if the Christmas content delivers like the Halloween content, I'm all in. But again, it's a really busy season coming up for us. And we're starting it, like I said, we just both got off the road, but we're hitting the road again for some lucha action.
I'm excited, and Lucha Lottie's excited about
Yeah,
this
she
Mission
should
Pro
be
thing.
excited, man. There's just something different. I mean, you guys just experienced AEW Full Gear live.
Yeah.
Those Incredibles were in the house. If you want to see some exclusive pictures, check us out on all our socials there. But there's something different about this indie wrestling that it's really a lot more intimate. And it's going to be the first time that I've been on the other side, like not in the ring for an indie, I think ever. Like, I don't ever remember, because like even when I first started, I was
You're going as a sponsor this time.
Yeah, going in as a sponsor. But I mean, I started off as a ring boy, setting up the ring. So even then, like it wasn't as like intense as it was in Japan. But I mean, you were part of the crew. This is going to be first time that I'm kind of in there. So I'm really excited about it. And Mission Pro is a really hot, basically promotion.
I mean,
no part
flew out of nowhere, blew up huge.
And props to Thunder Rosa. I mean, she's just like women in power, women entrepreneur, because she's everywhere. I mean, she started off, she was shoot fighting, and then she was in NWA, and then now she's taken AEW by storm. Got to be the heir apparent to the throne. Like, I think she's going to be taking the belt from Britt, and we're going to see her this Saturday. So I mean, we're here to support that type of thing. Our goal eventually is to have a venue here in Austin, Texas, that we can do things that we enjoy doing, which is seeing cool movies, singing cool karaoke, and having wrestling shows. That's our goal, right? So we're going to still continue to do this, but that's our stretch goal here. So we're going to go dip our toe in the water as a sponsor and, help, it's a symbiote. We're going to help other companies grow as we kind of grow
I just
our
want to see the show. I'm excited to see a smaller show. I want to feel the comparison. You know what I mean? Going from probably the biggest show of the year. Full Gear had to be.
Oh yeah, that was huge.
Or the last big show of the year, and now going to Mission Pro and seeing it from the end. I want to see how they set it up. I saw some photos. They sort of had almost like walls of pallets, creating like an arena,
right.
you know?
Yeah.
And that's going to be interesting.
And look, I mean, it's like, even though it's like an indie show, it's kind of got some national recognition.
It definitely does. And a lot of folks have filtered through there into AEW and some other places.
Yeah, no, and like any good trainer would do, she's helping to get her talent over as well. She's feeding back in the system, and that's what keeps wrestling alive. But I mean, we got the host of Busted Open Radio from Sirius XM, Dave LaGreca, that actually, if he's representing our wrestler that's going to be facing Thunder Rosa, he's going to be representing Laynie Luck. And if
she's been on Dark, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure she's been on Dark, but whoever loses, so Thunder Rosa's getting a David LaGreca tattoo or vice versa. And there was a pretty funny...
Wait, it's a tattoo match? I didn't realize
It's a tattoo match. If Laynie Luck loses, Dave LaGreca has to get a Thunder Rosa tattoo.
Oh, wow.
And it's actually a really hot feud. I mean, like, hot recognition. Like, can you pull up our Instagram? Like, I posted this a few months back.
Give me a second.
This feud has basically been going for a while, and they've taken it like all over the place. And LaGreca's been there before, and Thunder pretty much beat the crap out of him. But there was a takeover.
Whatever you would like to talk about.
You got that there? Let's see it.
Hold on one second.
Okay, I hear it, but I don't see it yet. Okay, yeah. So what happened?
Sean,
I don't know.
Let me start this over.
Yeah, start it over, because she basically invaded the radio show and beat the crap out of him. Stiff too. Yeah, you can see this on our grams. That was a stiff shot with that belt. She knocked the crap out of him, man.
So what has their angle been? I don't. What have they been?
I don't know how it started.
Oh, I have that stool.
Thunder Rosa just walked into Dave's studio and is beating the shit out of him. Holy crap! Legit, Thunder Rosa is in Dave LaGreca's office. She
LaGreca
just
sucks
hit him
eggs.
over the head with a stool. She's punching him in the back of the head. She's kicking him in the back of the head. She's
We need to
putting
go
on
on
the
break.
headphones.
We need to go on break. Go on break right now.
Whoa. And throw the break.
Dude, that was
Thunder Rosa
awesome.
had some cool ass glasses there.
We would be more than pleased to discuss.
Oh, man. Yeah, and she just basically invaded his house, took him over in the studio. She had him tied up. She was hanging out with his wife. Like, here's the funny thing about this feud. She's like best friends with his wife.
Is that right?
So like, yeah, she was taking pictures in his bed, and he's like, "You're invading my home," and he's like definitely like a northern guy, so he's got that. You're in my house. You're in my house. So I mean, dude, yeah, it's great. I mean, props to Busted Open Radio. I listen to it every day when I'm driving or if I'm at work. It's basically talk radio in the morning for pro wrestling.
Yeah, I really like it now. I hadn't listened to it that much till you sent it to me. I'd heard of it and I knew about Dave LaGreca, but it just never made it into my feed. I love it.
Oh, it's great. And hands down, props. Bully Ray is probably the number one analyst of pro wrestling, because he treats it like he doesn't give you the worked version of being an analyst. He treats like a shoot, and he comes off and he'll argue with people, but there'll be healthy arguments. He's the best analyst of pro wrestling in the business, hands down. And Dave LaGreca is great, and this feud is happening. So I'm psyched that we actually get to sponsor this show. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see some ink. But let's go over some of the other matches here. And JJ, yeah, we all support Mario singing karaoke. Yeah, just an FYI. But it's great.
You don't know.
You don't even know. So we got their champion is Holidead versus Madi, Wrenkowski. Then you got Thunder versus Luck with David LaGreca, what we just talked about. Raché Chanel versus Zeda Zhang. WOAD, so it's WOAD versus KiLynn King. Jennacide versus Ashley D'Ambrose. Renegade Twins is their tag. They got the tag straps against the Forces of Nature. Vibez versus Amber Rodriguez. And then there's so that's all females. And then they have a JP Harlow versus Matt Vandagriff, which is going to be like the only male exhibition match, because this is basically just a female organization, which is female wrestling is just on fire right now. Like AEW.
It is. I mean, it's gotten so huge in the last few years. primarily because of the WWE, but it is filtered into all the other pro wrestling promotions.
Yeah, and dude, listen, I mean, AEW, all of the wrestling is entertainment, but like when it comes to watching WWE, the women are hands down more interesting than the men in pro wrestling in WWE right now. I mean, Roman Reigns is the hottest angle that they got there, and it's great. And look, they're filled with talent, but for some reason, the females feel like to me that they feel more over than the men right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know why that is, but I mean, maybe it's all the shoot fight stuff with Charlotte that has you interested because you're like, is this a shoot? You know, we always talk about this on our podcast, right? When it's blended with reality, it feels real, and then you're more invested.
I don't know, man. Is it maybe because like the women in WWE are allowed to be a little more nuanced? They can do a little bit of a different gimmick and different angles. Guys are just, I feel thinking in WWE, things are just so cookie cutter.
They are very.
You're this character. You're this kind of a guy.
Man.
You feel this way, so you act this way. You know, women just, they let them do more.
Yeah, no,
You know?
I think you're right. I mean, and Jim Cornette hit the nail on the head when he was talking about Eddie Kingston and CM Punk, saying that this is pro wrestling. This was a promo. This got butts in the seat with one promo in 5 minutes. All of a sudden, now you're interested in seeing this match with hardly any other build-up because it was the right promo. Because they were speaking from the heart, and it felt like, okay, yes, that's them talking, versus like a writer said, this is something that your character might say. That just doesn't work. And it's never worked because guess what? All the wrestling that we loved before was just the heightened version of these people who they really were. They weren't these characters.
Yeah, exactly. Wrestling is not a sitcom.
Yeah, no,
it's not a sitcom, and it's starting to feel like we're cutting promos on WWE, and I hate to do that.
No, I know.
In a public live setting, but that's just the way it
choice.
is. It's like it upsets you, man. You want it to be good. You want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And when you can't enjoy it, it just pisses you off. So you're just like,
I know, because here's a shoot. I'll never give up on them. I'll never give up on them because their legacy. I mean, I've been watching them since I was 8 years old, back and watching Chief Jay Strongbow in the basement on Channel 6 on MSG. I'm not going to give up on them, but that doesn't mean I'm going to turn a blind eye when they're not doing well.
I just want to be able to tune in and enjoy it. I just
that's
want
all
it to be enjoyable.
And that's what AEW
do a good
people
show.
are having fun.
Yeah.
And you think AEW is fun. Wait till you see Mission Pro. Wait till you get that indie vibe that you're going to be there in a loud, intimate audience when people are popping. And you're going to be right there, and you're going to see this when the shots are stiff and, when they're working.
I've been watching. There was a guy on AEW Dark. Me and my brother were watching it, and he came out, and his name was Danny Adams, and his whole gimmick was that he was like a dad. He's like a lane. Have you heard of this guy?
I have heard
Okay,
of
so
that
I looked
guy.
him up. He's Dan the Dad, and I was been watching his matches, and they're great. Like he does a whole thing where one of his holds is he grabs you by the ear. You know what I mean? He does the made you look kind of thing, like zip. But yeah, he's like in dad shorts, and he's got like some New Balance sneakers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's out there with like a cup of coffee, and it was pretty good.
Dude, that's so over right now too, and at work, that's right in the zeitgeist. If you're watching any NFL fans out there, the insurance commercials of like trying to stop you from turning into your parents. That's just so over right now. So I can see that gimmick working.
Dan the Dad.
That just works so well. I mean, it feels very glow, but it works, right? It's just like we're okay when our wrestling is preposterous sometimes. When it's preposterous and we're in on the joke and it feels sincere. Not when it's just like you're talking down to us.
Right.
So,
because that's the thing. Sometimes WWE feels like it's for kids, but Vince McMahon is booking a show for kids in the 50s.
yeah, it's just like, well, pal, maybe we should get everyone a decoder ring.
Yeah. I feel like he's a few steps from being like, all right, how about we do a big Indian? Or something like that,
We are close to that, but I honestly I think they're going to recover, and I thank Tony Khan for igniting the wrestling business because it's going to trickle down, and that's why Impact is hot again. Where I thought Impact was never going to come back again.
Well, look, it seems like WWE, like maybe I'm just making this up. It's a world of conspiracy theories, but like they're cutting all this talent. Are they trying to like flood AEW with talent so they can keep signing people and
Yeah,
go
man,
broke?
I don't know.
Here, we'll just give you all these guys that we've trained and paid for years, and they're now at the best, at the top of form. Let's just cut them and let AEW have them.
That's their strategy. Maybe it is. Maybe it's some kind of weird rope-a-dope strategy that they're going to just like try to force them to ingest. But I don't think they're going to sign everybody. And again, I spoke about this. I don't think they should sign everyone. They got their pillars. They got their stars. They got their pillars. You know, they got the upcoming stars that are going to be the future. They got the Thunder Rosas. They got the Sammy Guevaras, you know, the Darby Allens. And now they have their established stars. There's only a few people that I'd like to see sign, and obviously Wyndham Rotundo's one of them because I think that's going to make a huge impact. But there's a lot of one. I like the forbidden door policy. Maybe cycle them in and then
I think cycle them in. Let folks come through, work for a while, and go to a different territory.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's go back to the old school, man.
That's going back to territory days, and that's how they got fresh.
Give folks. I feel like WWE has dominated the market for so long. They pretty much wrote the rule book, and now the rule book is going away. Let folks travel. Let folks do territories. Let them work other places. Put yourself over on YouTube. Do YouTube matches.
Oh yeah.
Whatever does you there. I think there's more opportunity, and I think we're going to see the Wrestleverse grow.
Yeah, I love that. The Wrestleverse, like the Matt Cardona, which we've done a few segments on, just talking about how he got that Game Changer Wrestling over on top of like Dark Side of the Ring, getting what's his name over as well. What's his name again?
Nick Gage?
Nick Gage, yeah. I don't know why his name slipped my head there for a second. But yeah, I like the idea of just getting these other guys over, cycle them in, cycle them out, just like they used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
Right? Andre the Giant wasn't in every, he used to just travel each territories, and it was a big deal when he came. But then when he left, he left.
Yeah, and just let folks earn a living, man. Let folks do it on their own. I just think this is the time. Video production, all this kind of stuff, broadcasting has been democratized. You can do it yourself on your phone. You can make a show on your phone, and anybody in the world can see it. And that's great. Use that.
Yeah, and Mission Pro is a perfect example of that, right? It's going to be on Title Match Network. I couldn't imagine back when I was wrestling in the 90s that you're basically going to have like an online pay-per-view, an opportunity to see it, because the people are like, I haven't really found that many matches of you on YouTube. And it's just like, dude, my matches are on VHS in my closet. It's just like,
well, yeah, now it's gone from like send me a VHS and some photos to like just send me a link.
Yeah, just send me a link. So now you have so many opportunities to get yourself over if you're willing to travel, to get yourself over and see great talent like this. I mean, I'm psyched for this. So even if I highly recommend go to Title Match Network and rent this. I guarantee you're going to be highly entertained by this Mission Pro show. I'm psyched for it.
I'm psyched for it too. Hopefully,
Austin Brown Crumb.
We can grab a couple of tidbits for y'all. Some video, maybe some audio. Let's see what we can get.
Yeah, we'll whip something up too right here, and especially supporting another Austin-based company. Well, it's Buda. I don't know.
Buda?
Even though I've been here 15 years, I still say Manchaca. I still say Buda.
It's Manchac, bro.
Yeah, no, I still say Manchaca. What's the Mainer? I used to say Manor. So I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's a Buda-based company, Buda. So it's an Austin-based company. So Austin does everything awesome. That's why so many people are coming here. So
yeah,
definitely check out that show. Yeah, we'll definitely provide some tidbits. We'll try to get some interviews, maybe do a podcast, get some videos up there. But yeah, it's going to be a great show.